Hello and welcome to this week's LeviTV, Parshas Maasei. This week's Torah portion is the last of the book of Bamidbar, and is actually the last Torah portion before the Jews go into Israel. Why is that, you might ask? And that is because the fifth book, the book of Devarim, is a recount of the entire Torah till this point. One of the things in this week's Torah portion, which is very interesting, is that the Torah goes on to recount all the journeys that the Jews took to get to the land of Israel. Why do I use the word journeys? Because that's the word the Torah uses. The very word Maasei is a journey. And let me just point out something very interesting to you. The Torah goes on to list 42 different travels or journeys that the Jews took in order to get to the land of Israel. Why didn't it use the word stops? If I'm going to tell you that I am headed from California to New York through Fort Lauderdale, I'm just going to say I'm traveling to New York, but I stopped off at Fort Lauderdale on the way. I'm not going to say I flew to Fort Lauderdale, then I flew to New York. But if I'm just trying to recount to you all my travels, I'll just say, hey, bam, 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 these are the places I went, and that's what I did. So why is the Torah going through all the trouble of saying, listen, Vayisu mihor hahar vayachnu b'tzalmona, and they traveled from Hor Hahar and they camped at Tzalmona. Vayisu b'tzalmona vayachnu b'puna. They traveled from Tzalmona and they camped at Puna. Vayisu mipunan vayachnu ba'oivos, and then they journeyed from Punan and they camped at Ovos. Why is the Torah stressing this idea that it's a journey? Just say once, maybe twice, that the Jews journeyed, and then just list a bunch of stops that they made on the way. Some of these encampments weren't even long encampments. They were at times for a day, and other times they were for a few years. Why is the Torah stressing the idea of a journey? So there are many wonderful and beautiful commentaries on this idea. But one of the ones I would like to draw our attention to is one that is brought down by the Rebbe, in which he says very simply, life is a journey. Well, hello, we know that. But he stresses the idea that just like the Jews continued journeying, every step of the way was a journey, so too that's the way our lives are. Just because we attain one goal or we hit one peak, I graduated from high school, or dude, I'm just finished college, or I got my first job, or I just bought my first house. Each one of these now are the stepping stone for the next journey. We must continue to constantly grow. You can't just wait and plateau and think that that's it, I've accomplished everything I have to and now I'm done. All of life is a journey. All of life is here that we should challenge ourselves to go further and forward and to become the best people we can be.
Be all you can be in God's arm.
Thank you for watching this week's LeviTV. See you next week.